TFN's focus on fitness, where making healthy choices creates healthy lifestyles. On behalf of Sherry Hill, our executive director and founder, we welcome you to the show. I'm Reverend Jesse Brown, your host, and we have here our co-host, Linda Taylor.
How are you doing today, Reverend Brown?
I'm doing very well. She is, of course, a certified holistic food consultant. Yes. I'm getting that right slowly but surely. Now, we have a special guest with us today, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Would you please introduce us to the rest of the world here today?
Hi, my name's Eric Rothworth, and I'm here because I'm a raw foodist.
All right.
Okay.
And so I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about the raw food diet.
Please do.
Right.
I started about 9 years ago with raw foods. 12 years ago, when I was just turned 40, I hurt my back. And for the next 2 years, I was in pain every day, just relentless sciatica and back pain.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I was disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking to regain my health.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried lots of things. I read lots of books.
Now, this is just at age 40.
40, yes.
Which, those kinds of things, you shouldn't be having that much of that, at least at that early age. Am I right?
Well, I had back problems my whole life.
Okay.
Starting at 25 was the first time my back went out, and I'd be in bed for a week. And that would happen every year, once or twice, where I'd spend a week in bed because of back problems.
Mm-hmm.
So it was something that just plagued my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I turned 40, I herniated a disc, and I was in bed for 6 weeks.
Mm.
Couldn't move, couldn't stand up, couldn't walk. And then slowly I got better, but the pain continued for the next 2 years. So I was very open to anything that would help
Yeah, stop the pain.
stop the pain. I mean, it was just a nightmare.
So how did you get to raw?
Well, I went to a lecture, and
Okay.
I thought it was the craziest thing I ever heard of.
Most people do when they first hear about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I really couldn't imagine eating that way. It just seemed so...
It seems so unnatural just to pick up an apple and eat it.
No, but just that's the only thing you're going to eat. Apples and
Yeah.
bananas. I just couldn't imagine
No
it.
hamburgers on that menu, whether.
But the guy at the lecture said a few things that really caught my attention. One thing was he said, you would have perfect health.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
And I'd always been kind of sickly, and the back problems and getting flus, and I was very heavy my whole life. And this just really, after 2 years of intense pain,
Mhm.
I was really open to the idea
Okay,
of
so
perfect
you were
health.
ready for it.
I was ready for it.
Now we're going to talk about the after, but I want to show people the before picture. Let me show you what he looked like before he really embarked on this new plan for healthy lifestyle and healthy living.
Okay.
Now,
Looks like
see,
a totally
you
different person.
yeah, I know. You can keep telling us what else happened after that.
So the other thing that he said was that every creature on the planet has a specific diet. Tigers eat meat, and squirrels eat nuts and seeds, and cows eat grass, and that human beings had a specific diet just for them, and that was basically fruits and green leafy vegetables, and a few nuts and seeds. And that's the basis of the raw food diet, is a fruit-based diet.
Okay.
It's a vegan diet, no animal products, no dairy, no fish, no chicken. And the next day I did it 100%.
Okay, now what was your first meal?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay,
I just
was it
went out and
simple?
bought fruits. I always do it very simple.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Fruit, basically, and salads,
Mm-hmm.
and nuts. No roasted nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Unsalted nuts.
everything's unsalted. Salt is one of the worst poisons.
Right.
Did
Did you soak your nuts before you used them?
I've done that. That's a good thing to do, but I don't always do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of nuts. I eat,
That's just not your preference.
So
I don't care
where do
for
you get your
nuts.
proteins from?
That's what everybody asks. All right, protein is the easiest nutrient to get. Nobody in America is protein deficient.
That's
It's
true.
a macronutrient, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Anything that's alive is made up of protein, whether it's a human being, a cow, or a peach. It's all made up of protein. All life is made of protein.
So you get your protein from the fruits and the
Fruits, yep.
vegetables?
Yep.
Okay.
Fruits, yeah. And the vegetables, the green leafy vegetables. I don't eat things like broccoli or carrots. I mean,
What?
it's not that I don't eat them, but I don't seek them out.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
you
all right.
take in what's your preference.
Well, no, you
Is there a
need
reason?
calories.
Okay.
And fruit is high in calories. A piece of broccoli does not have many
The
calories.
same level of calories.
And
yeah.
it doesn't taste very good. A piece of
Ooh, the broccoli
watermelon.
people might get you on that one, but
Well, usually when people are eating broccoli, they put some kind of sauce on it. Okay? Some kind of dressing.
To hide the taste of the broccoli.
Or to
well,
change
see,
it.
I like the broccoli like it is. I just eat
Well,
it
that's
raw.
good. And it's
the
good
best
for
me.
you.
I mean,
so,
that's
so,
good.
So you've been on this journey for how long now?
It's been 9 years.
9
yeah.
years. So what have you done now that you have experience eating raw and what it's done for your health? How are you spreading the word?
Well, I teach a course through Mount Airy Learning Tree, which
Okay.
is
Okay.
an evening course a few times a year.
Mhm.
And I talk to people about it. I don't like to push it on people because most people, when you start telling them you just eat fruit and green leafy vegetables, their eyes glaze over and they
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah,
continue
so you don't
to
want to be
come.
too preachy about
I
it.
try not to do it. And, you know, my family has heard enough of it.
Yeah, they heard enough of it.
And they all eat more fruit, but they eat all the other
Right.
stuff too, you know.
Okay, so
But then
how have
again,
you
look
been
at
doing?
you.
Yeah.
You're the after picture. I mean, you model it.
I have not had a back problem in 9 years.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm rarely sick. I'm self-employed, so if I miss a day of work, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
And I think in the 9 years, I've only missed 1 or 2 days of work.
Okay, so in your kitchen, when you're preparing your meals, what are some of the simple appliances that you use?
I use a blender.
Mm-hmm.
I use a dehydrator. And that's pretty much it.
I'm just
Blender
curious.
and
What do you use? Put in a dehydrator.
Dehydrator, I make a cracker-like thing because not having bread is a difficulty. It's nice to have kind of like a sandwich,
Right.
an open
So it's
face
like
sandwich.
flaxseed crackers?
Flaxseed crackers.
Okay.
Actually, you can make crackers out of anything.
Anything, right.
Yeah, you just
Pestos, you can make crackers out of
yeah.
that. Yes.
It's real easy with a dehydrator. You just with your blender, you blend up all kinds of fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Make a nice smoothie.
A lot of vegetables. And that
Soup.
and then you put seeds in it, and then you spread that out on your dehydrator.
Oh, okay, for the
and
crackers. I get-
dehydrate it.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
I
get
see.
you can make seeds and vegetables. Is
And
what your
the
mixture is.
dehydrator is basically an oven that's turned down to maybe 200 degrees
No,
or
less-
less. Is
no, we
real,
never
real.
go-
But I meant for the oven part because you can't go any lower than that on the oven. But a dehydrator, you should go somewhere between 115 and 118.
Right, we don't go over 118
And
because
that's a very slow process
Yes,
of
it takes
cooking
a
the
day.
meals. Yeah, but it keeps the enzymes and the minerals in.
yeah, but right,
Okay.
but I can make a lot of crackers.
Well, see, I have never used a dehydrator. I just know that you can get dehydrated fruit,
Yeah.
at,
Right,
at the
that
grocery
I don't
store
do.
or someplace like that.
Yeah,
it's
the
gotta be
water
unsalted.
in fruits is some of the cleanest water on the planet. You've had a tree filtering the water, so I don't like to waste that water, and it's very healthy for you to get the water, while you're eating the fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
your body
All
wants.
Well, let me tell everybody, look, if you want to know more about what he does and at the Learning Tree,
Mount
Airy.
Mount Airy Learning Tree, and his recipes and all that kind of stuff, you may go to our website at cefn.org, cefn.org, and you can find out more about this and many other recipes that will help you get to a healthy lifestyle.
Good morning, and welcome to the Germantown Y. For this segment of Focus on Fitness, I am your instructor, Miss Amira Cutts, and we're doing a segment on youth fitness. The things that we'll be using today are simple items that you can find around your home. So we're going to begin with doing a slight warm-up. Everybody march in place. You can start to swing your arms. You gotta bring up your heart rate a little bit. March wide. Legs wide. Feet together. March wide. Everybody feel okay? Feet together. Everybody stop. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. All right, back to marching in place. Watch your spots. We're going to go faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double time. Pick it up. Faster. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. All right, stop. Everybody come get their rope. Back it up. Get your rope. Now let's do some jumps in place. Ready? At your own speed. Go ahead, you can begin. This way we're getting our heart rate up and we're keeping it up. Good job. Sky, come back here. You're getting too far away from us. See who can do the most hops. Ready? Good job, Samira. All right, take a break. Everybody breathe. Breathe again. Breathe again. We're going to go back to jump. Ready? 5, get your ropes together. 4, 3, 2, 1, jump. Nice try, Sky. Keep going. Everybody take a break. Breathe. Make sure you breathe. Breathe. Last set of 10 jumps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Jump. Good job. Put your ropes down to you on the side. All right. Now we're going to do our favorite game of Hokey Pokey. Everybody can do this at home. Everybody can do it here. Ready? What's the first thing we do? Put your right arm in. You take your right arm out. You put your right arm in. And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
You put your left arm in. You take your left arm out. Put your left arm in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's about.
Hokey pokey.
You put your, I can't hear you,
Left foot.
right foot in. Take your right foot out. You put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey. I can't hear y'all. That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
You put your
right
left foot in, you take your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
You put both arms in, you take both arms out. You put both arms in and you shake them all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
You put your whole self in, you take your whole self out. You put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
All right, good job. High fives across the room. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Also, other items that you can find at home or dollar store, some hula hoops. And you can create your own little hopscotch course. And this is what we're going to do. Who wants to go first? All right, let's go, Tamira. Everybody else, let's line up behind Tamira, and we're going to follow the leader. Whatever one you want to do first. Good job, Tamira. Sky, you're next. Good job, Sky. Good job. Here I go. All right, come here. Next. Good job. All right, good job. Last one, I'm going to change it up just a little bit. All right. Good job. Good job. All right, everybody back to their spots. It's always important to make sure you bring your heart rate down after exercising, so we're just going to do some slow walking and pace. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Walk. Everybody stretch your arms way up. Way up. Way up. Everybody give yourself a good hug. Give yourself a hug. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, we're back again in the Focus on Fitness Kitchen. We're here, of course, at the Germantown Y, where we have been for this whole series of shows. It's been a magnificent opportunity to showcase not only the Germantown Y, but also some great chefs of various sorts and kind. And of course, we've got to hear again Beverly Melody.
Metley.
I know. Beverly Metley, we get that
Yes,
right. And
yes.
she is co-owner of All the Way Live, Raw, and Vegan. Yes, up on Germantown Avenue.
6108 Germantown
6108,
Avenue in
all right.
Philadelphia, yes.
And you know, in that other show, I got a chance to taste that.
Almond milk.
Yeah. Now that was pretty good.
Wow.
So what do we got going today? I'm looking for
Okay.
something just
You're
as
looking for
good.
something
Yeah,
just as
just as
good?
good.
Today, again, we do not need a stove. We are going to prepare a raw zucchini soup.
Okay.
Now, to do this, it's going to need very few ingredients, and it's going to be very fast.
Okay.
So people that are working on the run need to get things done, but still want to be fit and healthy, because you
There
know
you
that's
go.
what this is all about.
That's correct.
That's the bottom line.
But you know, one of the things that you just mentioned, which makes all the sense in the world, is that things like this can be prepared in advance so that when they are running out the door, they can still eat healthy.
They can still eat
And they
healthy.
don't have to go by some fast food restaurant somewhere to get
No.
what they need for the
No,
day.
with ingredients that you can't even pronounce.
That's the
Okay?
truth.
So are you ready to start?
I'm ready. What do I get to do?
Okay, what do you get to do? You're going to stand there for a minute, Reverend. Burke.
Okay.
I want to first say all you will need is a blender. It is good to invest in a good blender, preferably a glass jar, high-powered blender so it won't burn out on you. Okay? So you will need a blender for this recipe. These things are very, very simple. It's very simple, and it doesn't take a lot to be healthy, and it's really not expensive. Now, as you see, I have a green zucchini. Now, what I am going to show you it's nice in color, nice and green, nice and firm. You don't want any soft spots on it or anything, any bad spots. I'm going to show you how to cut it so when you put it in the blender won't get stuck. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to cut it down.
Lengthwise.
Right? I'm going to cut it lengthwise. The next thing you're going to do is cut it this way.
Yeah, it looks like some pickles I used to have.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's the seeds, because actually, if you think the zucchini is a vegetable, you are mistaken. It is a fruit.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. This
Okay.
is actually a fruit soup. Okay, then you cut it down again. You want the pieces to be pretty small, okay? So it won't clog up your blender,
Yeah.
okay? That's the whole thing. So you see that, Reverend Brown?
I do.
You see how those pieces are small?
Yes.
So what you would do, as you see, I only used a half of this zucchini. And a half of this zucchini would probably make close to 10 ounces of soup. Okay, so which is enough for one serving. The next thing that is going to be in this soup is onions, raw onions. Again, you're going to cut your onions down
Right.
so they go pretty smooth in your blender. How much onion you put is going to be according to your own taste. If you like things more oniony, then you'll use more. If you're a person that just wants that hint of onion, you'll use less. The other thing that we're going to use is extra virgin olive oil. I cannot stress enough the importance of using a good oil, okay?
But particularly extra virgin olive
Extra
oil.
virgin or raw olive
Olive
oil
oil,
if you
okay.
can get it. But what's readily available is extra virgin olive oil.
Now, I know they can get this in the grocery
They
store.
can get this in any grocery store.
Yeah.
The oil that you use is very, very important. Extra virgin olive oil. The next thing is dill weed is in this soup.
I've heard that.
Dill weed, you can get that anywhere. This is the spice, and actually dill weed is an herb. Okay, it's very good for the stomach. Excellent herb is dill weed, okay? That goes in this soup. Again, the amount of dill that you use is according to your taste. I would say at least you would use 1/4 of a teaspoon, but if you like things more with the dill taste, it's about you, okay? So you'll use a little bit more, a little bit less. The next thing, very, very important to get a good salt. This is Celtic sea salt, C-E-L-T-I-C,
Right.
okay?
Celtic sea salt.
Yes, Celtic or Himalayan. Salt is one of the most important elements that you're going to use. Salt is good for you, but you have to use a good salt, okay? And this particular salt is sun-dried. It doesn't have the chemicals in it or anything. And remember, your body is like the ocean. It's mostly water.
Right.
And we have, even when you cry, if you notice, your tears are a little salty.
Right.
You are the world, you know? You're like the ocean. So that's your sea salt. So we've covered everything in this soup. You're going to use zucchini, which I used, as you see, 1/2 of this zucchini. Then you're going to use onion. This is about enough for that 1/2 of a zucchini. So you can see that's probably like 1/4 of a cup. Then we use salt. Now, salt is to taste. Salt is to taste. Some people want to use very little salt. Some people like a little bit more, but you don't want to overdo it because you don't want to lose the taste of the herb, which is the dill. You don't want to lose the taste. You don't want it to be a salty soup.
Right.
You want to taste the essence of
You
the
want to taste
soup.
the food,
Right.
not the salt.
Right. Your oil. Now, the oil, you don't need a lot. You will only need to like a little bit at the bottom, okay? Now, this right here, maybe like 1/4 of a cup, or a little bit less, because you don't want the soup to be oily. This zucchini is all water. You don't need any water in this soup, because what's going to happen, once you get this soup going, this zucchini is fruit and it's organic water, so it's going to make its own water, so you don't need any additional water. So you have everything. I told you how simple this was, didn't I? Did you
Yeah.
believe me? You put that in here. You're going to blend it really, really good. It's going to become very, very creamy. When you taste it, you get the consistency that you want. You pour it. Now, once you, what did I do with it? Once you get the soup in the bowl, you're going to take a little bit of scallions, which are green onions, and garnish this soup. Now, green onions are so wonderful because you see the green, that's chlorophyll. So every time you bite and chew, you're healing yourself with these green onions. Very, very important. When you move your mouth, you want to be helping yourself. The other thing you're going to do, this is a seaweed called nori seaweed. You're going to tear that up little and put it in. Are you ready to taste this soup?
I think so.
Okay, now
I
we
think-
have this soup ready.
All right. While,
We have
while
it
she's
ready.
getting that ready, let's find out who's our soup taster. Who's helping us out today? Yes. Ah. Dr.
Now
Bella, come on over
remember,
here.
this soup has not been cooked.
Come on all the way over here.
All right?
There you go.
And we're going to have them taste the soup to see what they think.
Here, you get the first
There's
go
yours,
round.
Reverend
See,
Brown.
I get blessed all the time. so-
Okay, and remember the nori, this is another seaweed. Minerals, calcium, wonderful.
Now, where do you get that from?
Well, you can get that at the health food store, any of the Asian
Okay.
markets. And what you're going to do, you're going to tear it up real little, like that, in the soup. It's like a garnish. Wonderful. And you let it soak in the soup. What do you think?
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'm in heaven.
And you said each one of these scallions that you chew is going to make you healthier.
Yes, the green, the chlorophyll. And no heat has been put to this soup.
No heat needed
No,
to it.
no, just the blender. And remember, this zucchini soup is a fruit soup, okay? And you're getting what you need, which is organic water. The zucchini is about 75% water.
The honest truth, I eat soup all the time.
Right.
And I eat soup during the summer.
Right.
And but this I can have anytime, any place,
Yes,
anywhere.
any place,
You got me on
anywhere.
this one. I'm sold on this one.
Wow.
And
Now,
this-
do you taste the little garnish? That's
Yes.
the seaweed
Well-
and the scallions.
And it's got a little twang to it to me.
Oh,
A little kick to it.
I forgot to tell you. That's 1 pinch of cayenne pepper.
Oh, okay. All right.
The recipe will be on the website.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's that time of the year where people celebrate. This is the time to bring out your new
And
dish.
it's creamy.
Yes.
It's right on time. Look. If you want to know more about this recipe, because I can't, tell you the praises of it any more than I have thus far, go to the website and make it yourself. Go to cefn.org. And Beverly's recipe will be on the website. And better yet, go by the restaurant.
Yes, 6108 Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia.